Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that if you're returning. How you doing? Okay, so we have quite a few things to talk about today, okay? And the first thing is Mexico. I know, that started off with a bang, why not? It looks like the flu has missed Mexico altogether and it's only impacting us here in America. So what are the odds? Americans that are living in Mexico head to the grocery store to show you what's going on with their eggs. Completely packed full of eggs, and a dozen eggs is only $2 US, while we're sitting here paying $5 a dozen. Yeah, so make that make sense. Just saying.
All I see Americans talking about these days is the price of eggs. So let's see what the price of eggs is in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. If you've never seen me before, my name's Meredith. I'm exploring life outside the United States. I'm a widowed mom spending 6 months in Playa del Carmen, Mexico with my 7-year-old son. I made it to the eggs. You're probably going to be pissed. You may want to scroll away. You're going to be real pissed, guys. Eggs on eggs on eggs on eggs. Okay, so for a dozen pasteurized eggs, that works out to $2 American. These ones right here, definitely some sort of organic eggs, and that's less than $3. And those are just the pasteurized eggs. Wait till you see the rest of the eggs. Most eggs in Mexico actually are shelf stable. They haven't been washed. This is a flat of 30 and it's 86 pesos. I'll do the exact conversion on the screen, but that's about $4 for 2.5 dozen eggs. So tell me, where are you from and what are your egg prices like this week?
So the new head of the FBI, Kash Patel, is talking about getting rid of the Federal Reserve. Please, dear God, make that happen.
Also, I think we got to educate people that the Federal Reserve is not a public government entity. It's a private entity owned by the robber barons that started this country, who manipulate the currency to their advantage. And that needs to be tackled. Again, I'm not the economic guru. I just know it's a problem. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know what the solution is, but it needs to be addressed.
So in a leaked phone call, LA Mayor Karen Bass, this woman, how she still holds a position, I will never understand. Anyway, she preemptively defended her Ghana trip despite local catastrophe, saying, "I'm missing 2 work days. That's it." She also dropped a cryptic warning days before the LA fires, saying, "Read in between the lines. Hold tight. You'll understand soon." Wait, what? Yeah.
And just in terms of my trip, just so you know, I'm missing 2 work days. That's it. And if President Biden extends me an invitation, I took it. And hopefully you can read in between the lines. But I would just appreciate and it's hard for me to tell you, but hold tight. You will understand soon. The situation is very dangerous, and I would never I will take the criticism before I do a publicity stunt. And frankly, a press conference at this point in time would just be publicity.
I think the neighbors, the property owners,
yeah,
and the residents. I mean, 41,000 people live within a square mile here.
Yeah.
2 families share a 1-bedroom apartment.
But they want to hear that something is going to be done.
They want to know it's recognized. But they want to know it's recognized.
Exactly. But if I have a choice between that and compromising something, I just have to go along with it. It's not my area of expertise. I want to make sure that you are safe. And hopefully you can read in between the lines. But I would just appreciate and it's hard for me to tell you this, but hold tight. You will understand soon.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And when I am able to talk, I will be happy to go into great detail.
Okay. And you've got me on the street, and you're welcome to call me at any time. I'll call you right back.
No problem. And just in terms of my trip, just so you know, I'm missing 2 work days. That's it. And if President Biden extends me an invitation, I took it.
So who here rotates their preps, especially their perishables? Right on. I'm talking about bread here. If you live in a humid state, like I do here in Florida, I keep my bread in the fridge only because if I were to leave it out on the counter, within 2 days, you've got mold. Even if you have your air on, it don't matter, right? So here's one for you. A loaf of bread was found when this person went into their dad's house to help him move. Okay, and the bread that they found was from February 26th of 2023, just making it 2 years old. It still looked perfect. Okay, so make that make sense. Okay, because this is not food. Okay, not bread from 2 years ago that's not moldy. It's still squishy. It still looks like normal bread. Okay, that's not food. It's chemicals.
Just found this old loaf of bread from when my dad moved a couple of years ago. Today's February 18th, 2025. There ain't a lick of mold on this thing. And it's still soft. That's kind of scary.
So, in a horrifying admission from Asheville, North Carolina Mayor Esther Manheimer, out of the $225 million that was promised for the disaster recovery from 46, a grand total of $0 has been delivered to Western North Carolina. Where is the money, Esther? Where is it? Just asking.
Nearly 20% of businesses are still shut down. And when businesses lose money, so does the city.
From a local government perspective, cities and counties, that revenue loss piece is critical. And we need it. So right now, it's affecting this year's budget.
Asheville Mayor Esther Manheimer says because of Helene, Asheville is facing a shortfall of about $18 million this fiscal year. With the $225 million in promised relief money from the legislature still not flowing.
Those funds are not yet in our community. That process takes a while. Some say the fastest we could even expect to see those funds in our community would be this summer.
So what are the odds of this? Okay, here is an abolishing the IRS realistic timeline. Okay, between 2025 and 2026, initial proposals and legislative discussions could begin. Okay, drafting, debating, and this is for a bill, would likely take at least 1 to 2 years. Then we come to 2027 and 2028. If a bill were introduced, it would face extensive congressional hearings and negotiations. Passing such legislation could take another 1 to 2 years. Then we come to the years of 2029 and 2030. Implementing a new tax system or an agency to replace the IRS would require a multi-year transition that likely would extend into 2029, 2030. Now, providing that 47 has the House and the Senate, assuming that it stays that way and it also improves, and the rate that he's getting things done, I would say by 2027, but definitely before he leaves office. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens slightly sooner, being as though he's probably been planning this for a really long time. This gives time for the external revenue service to start kicking in revenue and for also the IRS to fade into oblivion. So what are your thoughts? What are your predictions? What do you want to say? When do you think this could happen? Do you think it will happen? Do you think that the IRS will go bye-bye and the External Revenue Service will come in? All right, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fearless. Ciao.